Welcome to another Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjack! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium for some more Lumberjack basketball action. The Lumberjack girls tonight hosting the Loggers of Potlatch in non-league action. And this is just a varsity game tonight. That's why we are a little bit earlier. There's no JV. And game time kickoff or tip-off is 6 p.m., and that's when, of course, the action will get underway live here from Lumberjack Gymnasium. Want to welcome everybody in. If you're following along on the radio station, KOFE 1240 AM on your radio dial. Also on our YouTube audio stream. We'll get a link to that shared here in just a moment to our Facebook page. And also providing the audio to the play-by-play to the NFHS network camera here in the Lumberjack Gymnasium. We got hopefully some good basketball for you tonight. It's going to be a tough matchup. St. Mary's already played them once, and that game did not go very well for the Lumberjacks. We'll get into that here in a moment in our Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off, and we'll get underway with that right after a word from our sponsors.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action? Heck, yes, that'd be awesome. Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community? Obviously, yes. Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities, local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those lumberjacks.
And we are back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as we get set for some Lumberjack girls basketball, as the Lumberjack girls hosting the Loggers from Potlatch, Idaho. And real quickly, we'll take a look. That seems, no, that is correct. Okay. Take a look at the league standings here in the 2A Central Idaho League. Right now, despite a losing record, the Kellogg Wildcats are the top team in the standing order, I guess, on the Idaho Sports website for the Central Idaho League. That's partially due to their record of league games, and I've got something messed up here somewhere, and I don't know how I did it. But anyways, I know there's another team. It appears should have another team with a league win or a league loss, but maybe not. I'm going to have to recheck my stuff on the Idaho Sports website, because I've got Orofino with a loss in league play, and I don't think they do. Anyways, let's get this underway here with the Kellogg Wildcats. They are at the top right now with a 1-0 league record. They are 3-8 overall, though. They lost 49-52 to Pendleton, Oregon in the Avista Holiday Tournament over the holiday break. They host Moscow tonight. They are 14th in the power rankings on Idaho Sports, and they are 15th in the Max Preps power rankings. The St. Mary's Lumberjacks are the only team in the Central Idaho League right now for girls basketball that has a winning record, and I can talk about that a little bit later on as well. But they have no league games as of yet, but they have a 4-3 overall record. Their last game was a win over Genesis Prep, 57-29, and they'll get their first league action on Friday. Well, they will be at Orofino. Lumberjacks currently 5th in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings and 10th in the Max Preps Power Rankings. The Grangeville Bulldogs, they have a 0-0 league record. They are 5-7 overall. They lost to Moscow 45-39 at the Avista Holiday Tournament. They host Moscow tonight. They are 12th in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings, 8th in Max Preps. The Orofino Maniacs, I don't think they've played a league game, even though I have it as 0-1 here. I'm going to have to double check all that tomorrow and see how I goofed that one up. But in any case, Orofino with a 2-7 overall record. They beat Genesee 60-50 in their last game. They will host the Lumberjacks on Friday. We are going to broadcast that game. We're going to be getting the feed from KLER up in Orofino. The Maniacs 15th in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings. They are 20th in the Max Preps Power Rankings. And Priest River, they sit at 0-1 in league, 1-5 overall, lost 47-44 to Genesis Prep at the Santa Shootout. They will host Riverside on the 5th out of Washington. They are 19th in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings. And I don't know if it's because of an incomplete roster schedule or standings, but they don't have a ranking right now in the Max Preps Power Rankings. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one. Looking at those power rankings, we've got Power Rankings Coaches Poll and Max Preps. The 2A Power Rankings for girls basketball on idahosports.com has the top 5 like this: Melba, North Fremont, Coal Valley Christian, Soda Springs, and St. Mary's. In the Coaches Poll, it's Melba, Soda Springs, Coal Valley Christian, North Fremont, and Ryrie. And the top 5 in the Max Preps rankings is Melba, Soda Springs, Coal Valley Christian, Westside, and North Fremont. That's a look at your 2A Central Idaho League standings and the power rankings and all of those different types of polls. We'll take a quick break, come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Don Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Don Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goals. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, if you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as we get set for this non-league matchup between the St. Mary's Lumberjack girls and the Loggers of Potlatch. We've got about 30 minutes until opening tip-off, as this game's scheduled to tip off at 6 p.m. tonight. No JV game for this one. So only the varsity girls. That's why we get a little bit of an earlier start time for this matchup. The Lumberjack girls went into their winter break with a win, and of course tonight they'd like to get a little win streak going, but they're going to be facing a pretty tough team. Potlatch has already played St. Mary's. They played them over in Potlatch a couple of weeks back before the winter break, and Lumberjacks got beat pretty badly, 50-18 in that game. I've talked to a few different people. I've talked to Coach Wickard. Wickard said that it was kind of a size disadvantage. I've looked at the roster. I don't see that big of a size disadvantage between us and Potlatch, so I don't know for sure as far as that's concerned. I've heard that they just had some issues with playing aggressive. They got, Potlatch played really aggressive. And so, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't at that game, so I can't really comment on it. And I'm really curious to see how this game comes out tonight, what kind of Lumberjack team we see come out this evening, and just what the Potlatch Loggers look like, how good they really are. Like I said, they don't have a big size advantage, in my opinion, over St. Mary's. according to their roster. We know rosters sometimes fudged a little bit as far as height, but they've got 2 girls that stand about 6 foot tall. Another one, then everybody else is 5'11" and under. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a size disadvantage or not. But the Lumberjacks have some pretty tall girls themselves. I mean, 5'7", 5'9", 5'5", 6 foot, 6 foot. We're pretty close to 6 foot. You know, Sammy Sint's pretty tall. Stacy Mitchell's pretty tall. And Tacey Watkins is pretty tall as well. So I'll have to wait and see when the girls, both teams are out on the floor warming up to really kind of give my judgment a little bit better on that when we've actually got both teams on the floor and I can see them kind of side by side. But in any case, like I said, I wasn't at that Paul Latch game, so I don't have much to say about it, except for the fact that I just know that St. Mary's definitely got beat pretty good in that one. An interesting fact, and I mentioned this a minute ago when we were doing our Central Idaho League records. The Lumberjack girls are the only team in 2A Central Idaho League play that have a winning record. Every other girls team has a losing record, not even at 500. They're all below 500. Grangeville, a little bit surprising for them, especially. They have always had they've got a strong basketball program. I'm not saying they don't, but I guess they did graduate a few girls last year off of that very strong roster they had. But I thought they had some girls coming in that were going to fill those roles pretty good. They have played some bigger schools early on, so like I said, it's hard to really tell right now. As there's not been any league action really, except for I think it was Kellogg that beat Priest River. So it's going to be interesting to tell. Kellogg's another one of those ones I thought usually had a pretty strong girls program. We didn't play them last year though, so I didn't have any following of them really to see how good they did last year. So I don't really know much about Kellogg either. But interesting, it is just kind of a little interesting side note that the only team with a winning record in the Central Idaho League is St. Mary's. And, tonight, depending on how the Lumberjack girls come out this evening, they might be at 500 tomorrow. They might have an extra win on there. We'll have to wait and see what happens. And we talk about this one every game the last couple of years, every pregame, and everybody probably gets tired of hearing about it. But the biggest thing for the girls is turnovers. If it wasn't for those turnovers, they could possibly have a couple more wins. You know, I think without turnovers and a little bit better free throw shooting, the girls would have beat Lakeside in the first time that they played them. Now, Lakeside handled St. Mary's fairly easily the second time, but that first game went to overtime. The girls led that game pretty much the whole way. And I really think that, it was obvious with the free throw shooting alone that the Lumberjack girls should have won that game in regulation. So the girls have a pretty strong team. I do believe that. But their turnovers is really what hurts them. If they can cut those turnovers down by half, right now they're averaging about 25, 26 turnovers a game. If they can knock 13 turnovers per game off of that, they could probably compete with just about anybody. They might need to find just a little bit more offense from a couple of other girls. But overall, it's not too bad. We'll tell you about the stats here in a little bit individually. But Lumberjacks, they do start league play on Friday. That game will be on the road at Orofino. We've already talked to you a little bit about our plans for hopefully getting the feed from Orofino on that game. It's a double basketball night. The boys are going to be on the road that night to Bonners Ferry, which from what I understand, talking to Coach Chase, that's going to be a heck of a battle as well. Bonners Ferry, a solid team this year. So I'm really somewhat disappointed about how that ended up. I mean, the schedules, I can't do nothing about it. Gilkey can't do nothing about it. But those two games getting scheduled the same night made it tough on me. It's a league game for the girls, so I've got to lean to that league matchup for the girls, and the boys will just try to get you updates on as that game progresses on that evening. But in any case, enough rambling on. 24 minutes until the opening tip. You're looking or listening to the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off here on KOFE 1240 in St. Mary's. I'm Tim Parrish at Lumberjack Gymnasium. We'll take a break and come back with more.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor. Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawah, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric. Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Paulette's #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip off your Lumberjacks girls taking on the Loggers of Potlatch in non-league action here live from Lumberjack Gymnasium. I know we just went through some of our sponsors, but I just seen this little ditty on Facebook from Archie's IGA. They're going to have a 3-day meat sale, 3-day 10% off meat sale. It starts tomorrow. You go on into Archie's IGA, you pick up one of their specially marked bags. You fill that bag with all of the meat and seafood items you can fit in it, and you will get 10% off of each of those items. So each item in your bag, 10% off of it. They sometimes have these 3-day meat sales, and they have it's run a little bit differently and get some good deals that way. But this is a pretty good deal as well. So be sure to check that out starting tomorrow at Archie's IGA here in St. Mary's. Going to recap the Genesis Prep game a little bit. That was a couple weeks back when the Lumberjacks just before the winter break, and they had a pretty good game against the team. Genesis Prep, not one of the strongest teams that the Lumberjacks play this year, but it's always you've always got to take care of those teams as well. You can't take any of them lightly. So the Lumberjacks came away with the 56-29 win over the visiting Genesis Prep Jaguars a couple of weeks ago. St. Mary's scored double digits in each period, so that was good for them. They shot a little bit low. It was 37% from the field. I'm sure Coach Wickard would like to see that 40% or above. They were 25% from three-point range, which, again, isn't bad. I think you want to see that at about 30%. And they did shoot just 57% from the free throw line. On the season as a team, they only are averaging, it looks like 46%. So that is a big area of improvement for the girls. They need to improve that free throw shooting and get that up above that. You want to get that up 60-70%, obviously. So that's an area that we're looking at improvement in as well. They did pull down 52 rebounds, though. They dished out 14 assists, and they had 22 turnovers. So free throw shooting and turnovers are two big areas that need some work for the Lumberjack girls. In the most of the wins this year, the Lumberjacks have been able to overcome the turnovers. And if I recall correctly, it's mostly been because their opponents haven't taken care or taken advantage of those turnovers. My stats program keeps track of points off turnovers. And if I remember right, in every one of those games that the girls have won, they've had 25 turnovers or more, and the other teams just haven't scored off of them. So the Lumberjacks have benefited from that. Some of that is some pretty good defense. I mean, the Lumberjacks are playing pretty well defensively, so they're able to help themselves as far as that when that happens. But ideally, you just cut those turnovers out altogether, and you make things a little bit easier on yourself and your offense. You don't have to defend extra possessions on your opponents. So again, I know Coach Wickard probably harps on it every day at practice, and just they try to get them to understand the turnover thing. I'm sure they understand it, but it's just getting them to calm down in the situations where they end up forcing those turnovers. There's a few unforced turnovers, but again, I think I've mentioned it before. Most of the turnovers for the girls come when they get trapped. It doesn't matter where on the floor. You know, sometimes they'll get down on the low post or just on the post along the blocks. The team will double or triple team whoever has the ball. That person panics and just kind of throws it out, and one of the other girls that's out there gets it for the other team. So it's just kind of those things. They panic when they're under heavy defensive pressure somewhat, and it's kind of been the same thing the last couple of years. So I'm sure they've worked on it. I'm sure they're trying to get that corrected. The interesting fact about that, that's what happened with Lakeside, is the girls would get the ball down low post. They would get it down into Tacey or Stacy, and then the defense would collapse on them, and they'd have a triple team going on that person that was in the low post. The one thing that does, though, is that only puts two defenders out there defending your other four girls. So there's should be an easy pass to get it out to. But when you've got all that pressure in your face, you do tend to panic a little bit. They're swiping at the ball, trying to get it out of your hands. So things happen. But that's again, free throw shooting and turnovers, two key areas that we would like to see improvement from the Lumberjack girls. The girls are putting up good numbers. Aside from that, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Stacey Mitchell, though, in that game against Genesis Prep, she had a double-double. She's been having a terrific senior year. She had 20 points in that game with 14 rebounds. Sammy Sint, I think, scored her first season high. She had a season high, I believe it was, 17 points for her. Tacey Watkins had 12 rebounds and 7 points. As Tacey's having a pretty good season as well for the Lumberjacks on her senior year. But in any case, that was a recap of that Genesis Prep game. We'll take another break, come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip-off.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack!
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than in everyone's hardware and lumber store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturday. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor. Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. You're listening to Lumberjack Basketball on 1240 KOFE St. Mary's. Also on our YouTube audio stream, we have it there as well. There is a link shared to our KOFE Radio Facebook page. If you would like to go there and maybe share that link around, let your family members that aren't in the area know about that. They can catch it there as well. You might be watching or checking it out on the NFHS network camera. And if you are on that as well, we provide that play-by-play to that also. So any way you're listening or taking it in, we want to welcome you in. And hopefully we get a good competitive ball game here this evening. Taking a look at the stats for the Lumberjacks so far, and this is for the stats that I have. I've got a couple of games missing. I'm trying to get those from Coach Wickard. Busy young lady, though, has a lot going on, so I'm probably not a high priority. But we are trying to see if we can get the rest of those stats so that we can adjust our numbers in my program and get everything all caught up so that I have a little bit more accurate picture. I am missing, I think, 2 games for the girls. But in any case, Lumberjack girls are averaging 42 points per game. They're allowing 37 points per game. Not a bad differential. You'd like to see a little bit higher average per game, obviously, than 42 points. Again, shooting percentage, probably want to see that a little bit higher. They're at 34% right now shooting from the field. Just 19% from three-point range. Again, you want to see that number higher. Or you just don't take as many. I mean, I don't know. St. Mary's right now isn't showing any really strong outside shooters. I know Taylor, I think it's Taylor, right? Taylor Jansen, she can get going and she can knock them down from outside, but I haven't seen anybody this year so far really consistent or get onto a roll from outside. Sammy Sint can also shoot from outside as well, so it'd be nice to see one of them get going in one of the games. But right now, sitting at 19% from outside, 46% from the free throw line. Again, not a very acceptable number from the free throw line. 48 rebounds per game, though. The Lumberjacks are rebounding machines, and this does include rebounds that are counted as team rebounds. So if a ball gets deflected out of bounds and it goes off of the opponent and St. Mary's is the recipient of that off of a shot, I consider it a team rebound. So I try to limit actually recording every single one of those because I don't want to inflate rebound numbers too much, but I do it the same way both way for the opponent too. So if a rebound goes off of a Lumberjack player and out of bounds, then I credit that rebound to the opponent. So it still comes out to pretty a big difference in the margin. I mean, our girls seem to really be getting after the ball, rebounding, doing a good job of blocking out. The one part that they do good at sometimes and struggle at other times is when they get the offensive rebound. I've seen Stacey Mitchell, poor girl, pull down 3 or 4 straight offensive boards, some of them from her own shot, and she just couldn't get the putback to cash in. And that's a an improvement of a stat that I don't have anything that keeps track of it, but that's one you'd obviously want to see improved on as well if there was actually a stat to track it for putbacks. But my current program does not allow for that. But so they do a good job rebounding. And like I said, some of those rebounds are offensive boards and they don't cash the putback in. So it inflates those numbers too. But in any case, they are doing well on the rebounding side of things. They do average 8 steals a game. Again, that's a strong number. 26 turnovers, though, not a very strong number. And another one here is 11 assists per game. Very unselfish team. They like to help out and then feed their other players in those open looks. So pretty good. Opponents, the stats, they shoot only 24% from the field. So the Lumberjack defense doing a good job. Or maybe the team's not very good shooters, but in any case, 24% for opponents from the field, 28% from three-point range, 41% from the free throw line. So most teams right now in the league or that the Lumberjacks have played, not shooting particularly well from the free throw line either. 32 rebounds is what the opponents are averaging with 12 steals. And there's part of that turnover margin right there. 17 turnovers is what opponents are averaging. And I'm sure that's a little bit of a high number as well, but still better than 26. And they're only getting around 4 assists per game. Individually for the Lumberjacks, Stacey Mitchell, I said she's having a pretty good senior year. She's averaging 14 points a game currently. Tacey Watkins is averaging 10. Taylor Jansen is averaging 6. Berkeley McGrill and Sammy Sint both average 5. 3 out of those 5 are seniors, with Mitchell, Watkins, and McGrill being those seniors. Jansen and Sammy Sint are both, I think, juniors. Scoring, we already did that. Rebounds, Stacey Mitchell averaging 14 per game. Tacey Watkins averaging 9. Sammy Sint averaging 7. And on the assist side, Sint, McGrill, and Sexton and Mitchell each averaging 2 assists per game. And steals, McGrill averages 3. Watkins, Sexton, and Sammy Sint average 2. On a negative side of things, the 2 most turnovers, I think I've seen that in my stats, Stacey Mitchell averages 5 turnovers a game, and Kara Sexton averages about 5 turnovers a game. I think Berkeley was averaging around 3 or 4 turnovers per game. So there's got to give a little bit of negative here with the good. So St. Mary's, that's just where we're at as far as that aspect is concerned. We're going to go ahead and take another break, come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip-off.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member.
Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip-off. Lumberjacks taking on the Loggers here tonight in non-league action here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Taking a look at those Potlatch Loggers, they are of the 1A D1 White Pine League. Their coach is Vandy Reynolds. They currently have a 4-3 league record, 6-4 overall. Their last game was a 45-16 win over Garfield Palouse. They are averaging 38 points per game. They are allowing 29 points per game. Didn't have a lot of information I found on them. They sit about mid-pack in their conference with a 6-4 record. They are in an 8-team league or conference, so they have a lot of teams that they have to compete against. Their roster only had 7 or 8 girls on it, with 2 of those being seniors, 1 junior, 4 sophomores, and a freshman. A player to watch in tonight's matchup, I believe. Now, I kind of took a guess at this, but I believe it's going to be senior Jordan Reynolds, who, from what I understand, she doesn't like to miss her basket. She's a pretty good shooter. They have their warm-ups on down below, so I can't see which one is Jordan Reynolds. And from the information I did find, she is the player to watch as well. So I'm pretty sure she's the one. I talked to Mr. Kenny Ozier today. He was at that game, and he said there was this one girl that she just couldn't miss. She would get an offensive board, her own rebound, whatever, and she would just put it right back up and in. And St. Mary's, they just didn't have a big answer for her. So I'm going to be looking for that tonight, and interesting to see. Now, I did mention at the beginning that I was told that they had a pretty big size difference from St. Mary's. The roster size doesn't really look like it, but I'm looking at them on the floor. It still doesn't necessarily. It's hard for me to judge. I mean, they definitely look like a lot of athletes down there, and they are very consistent in their size, their height across the board. So it's a very interesting comparison, but they only have 8 players, which is very, very interesting. It doesn't give them a ton of depth. I did find some stats from when they played Garfield Palouse. They shot 44% from the floor, but they were 0 for 5 from three-point range and only 1 of 7 from the free throw line. They had 33 rebounds, 10 assists, 14 steals, 21 turnovers, and 13 fouls. Jordan Reynolds had 19 points in that game. They only had 4 girls, according to this, score points. Tava McKinney had 12. Jaylee Fry had 12. And Rebecca Butterfield, I don't know if it's Butterfield or Catherine Burnett, because that's the number 43 on my roster is Catherine Burnett. But she had 2 points in that contest. It's going to be an interesting game to see how St. Mary's responds after losing 50-18 to them. As St. Mary's, the main thing I want to see is their turnovers, free throw shooting. We'll see if they can knock a few off those tonight, and we'll just have to wait and see how this game goes. Upcoming schedule, JV girls and varsity girls at Orofino on Friday, 5:30 and 7 o'clock are those games. JV and varsity boys at Bonners Ferry on Friday, I believe 5:30 and 7 o'clock for those games. Cheerleading will be at Lewiston on Saturday. JV varsity girls will host Logos on Saturday, 1 p.m. and 2:30. And then on Saturday as well, it is the benefit for head coach Craig Teft. Again, that benefit at the Eagles Lodge on January the 7th, 701 Main Avenue. A dinner 5 p.m., auction 7 p.m. It's the Teft Family Spaghetti Feed and Auction. Be sure to be there. And I think that's about going to wrap up our countdown to tip-off. And now we're just waiting for the national anthem, which I think our band is here. So we'll see if it's the band doing the national anthem. Last night they had somebody sing the national anthem during the boys' game. So we'll see what they have tonight. We'll take one quick break, though.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance.
Now we're back after the St. Mary's High School pep band plays the national anthem. Now we'll get some starting lineups for you. For the Loggers, it'll be the sophomore, number 10, Brooklyn Mitchell. It'll be senior, number 11, Tava McKinney. Junior, number 15, Jaylee Fry. Sophomore, number 21, Balin Anderson. And a senior, number 22, Jordan Reynolds. And now the starting lineup for your Lumberjacks. It'll be the 5'7" senior guard, number 1, Berkeley McGrill. It'll be the 6-foot senior post, number 14, Casey Watkins. The number 20, 5'9" senior post, Stacy Mitchell. 6-foot junior post, number 23, Sammy Sint. And the number 24, 5'8" junior guard, Taylor Jansen. So the Lumberjacks, it'll be Casey Watkins at midcourt going up against the 22 of Jordan Reynolds. Lumberjacks in their white, Loggers in green. Lumberjacks going left to right on your radio dial. Opening tip is up, controlled by the Loggers. Almost stepping out of bounds was the Loggers, but they just kept it in. Loggers have it here on the left side of the floor. Out near the midcourt line, now down to the corner. Down to Reynolds, back up to the top, around to the right side. Looking to Reynolds now in the corner on the right. Back to the top they go and around the perimeter. Being patient, Lumberjacks look to be in a zone. Back to Reynolds. Little skip pass as they work it around the perimeter still. Lumberjacks working that zone defense. Loggers waiting for that perfect opportunity apparently. They've got it down to the 15 of Fry. Back around the horn they go. Controlling the ball is Anderson. Now she gets it over to the number 10 of Mitchell. Top of the key, back to the right wing. Now they look into the low post. Double team on Anderson. Force her to get the ball back out. Now they find an opening in the post. Shot is put up but blocked by Mitchell. There is a rebound, though, for the Loggers, so they'll reset their offense. They have the ball again up top. Again, being very precise about their offense. Now driving to the lane. Shot up, kind of wild. No good. Offensive rebound, though. Going to get another shot. A floater. It's no good. Finally pulling down the rebound is Mitchell for the Lumberjacks. So after a long possession that took a minute and a half off the clock for Potlatch, Lumberjacks, they come up, the Potlatch comes up empty, and the Lumberjacks going the other way. That ball, I thought, was tipped by the Loggers out of bounds. They're going to call it off of St. Mary's, though, so it'll be a turnover on the Lumberjacks. I didn't see who turned it over. They tried to feed it down into the low post, so St. Mary's possession would last about 10 seconds, and the Loggers' first possession was a minute and a half. And again, I thought a Logger tipped that up and out of bounds. Loggers, again, working it around the perimeter, being patient with their offense. Going to get a short corner shot. It is long. The rebound to Jansen, and the Lumberjacks will go the other way. Again, pressure from Potlatch. They're going to deflect that ball out of bounds. They got Sammy Sint trapped on the sideline. Lumberjacks will re-inbound. They find Watkins in the middle. She's going to get it up to Mitchell. Mitchell almost loses it, able to keep possession. Really close guarded is the Loggers on their defense. We're going to get a steal by the Loggers. A turnover by Sint. A missed shot and a rebound. A missed shot by the Loggers, a rebound by Mitchell. I think it was Watkins. And then some backcourt pressure again by Potlatch. And the ball gets knocked out of bounds. No score here, early first quarter. 5.5 gone, or 5:27 left, and 2.5 minutes gone in the first quarter of play. Lumberjacks work it over. Jansen, a long two. That shot is in and out. Going to get a foul on the rebound. That foul is going to go against, I believe, McKinney. Offensive rebound, basically, for Lumberjacks. They're trying to get it inside to Watkins. Watkins can't quite get a hold of it, and it'll be a turnover on the Lumberjacks. I think that's the second turnover for St. Mary's. 5:18 to go first quarter, still no score. Lumberjacks zone is working pretty good at the moment against the Loggers. Loggers have it, right wing, down to the corner. Looking to the low post. Lumberjacks quickly close down on it. Shot from the number 21 from the short corner, and it's finally up and good. That is Bailey Anderson. Now the Lumberjacks will try to answer back. Jansen driving down to the baseline, and they're just going to turn the ball over, gets it stolen out of her hands. I think that was a steal by McGrill. She jumps the pass, knocks the ball loose. Lumberjacks back the other way, trailing 2-0. Going to get it to McGrill. Jansen sets up. Quick shot. It's up and good. Tie ball game. Going to get the assist to McGrill. Two all. Midway through the first quarter, both defenses playing pretty well, actually. This time they get the ball down here to the left corner. Passing it in. That's Reynolds. Reynolds quickly double teamed. Gets the pass back out to the top. Loggers drive baseline, gets underneath, going to get a little bit of a foul call there. There's a little bit of a reach in there by kind of a grab by Stacy Mitchell. First foul on the Lumberjacks. Potlatch will inbound from underneath. Coming in for the Loggers, the number 3 of Brianna Winther. She is a sophomore forward, 5'7" in height. Checking out is Brooklyn Mitchell. She'll inbound baseline, just about under the bucket. Up to the top of the key they go. Now over to the right side, down to the corner, back to the wing. Reversing it, looking into the paint. Spinning, gets Reynolds. Her shot is going to be blocked by Stacy Mitchell. Going to give a offensive rebound basically to the Loggers as they will get the ball back. They inbound again into the corner. Now to the wing. Left side, working in the left corner. Going to get a little bit of an open look at three. It's good. The number 11 of Tava McKinney. Lumberjacks again dealing with that backcourt pressure and going to get a timeout taken by Coach Wickard. 3:31 to go. It's a full timeout by the Lumberjacks. We'll take it as well. The score 5-2 in favor of Potlatch. We'll be back.
Jim's Auto and Tire Pros, located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's. Winter is in full force and Timber Country and the Country Fair invite you in out of the cold to check out their winter sale deals. Need some new winter boots or gloves? How does 20% off sound?
Maybe a new jacket. 40 or 50% off sounds great. Those deals and more at Timber Country and Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. There's more than clothes as well. Sports apparel, hunting gear, toys, sleds, and more at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's. Stop by today. And we are back in a really pretty good ball game at the moment. It's only 5-2, low-scoring affair at the moment, and it's over halfway through the first quarter of play here at Lumberjack Gymnasium with the Loggers on top. Right now, 5-2. St. Mary's is 50% shooting, 1 of 2. The Loggers are 2 of 8. 3 turnovers for St. Mary's, 1 for Potlatch. St. Mary's did not make any substitutions. Lumberjacks trying to get the ball in. Lots of backcourt pressure and going to be a turnover. Shot up, no good. The rebound was to Watkins. I believe it was. And then we're going to get a foul called on Potlatch. That foul goes against Jaylee Fry. Second foul there. Watkins takes the ball down up to the free throw line, pulls up, gets it over to Jansen. Jansen's 3 is long. Rebound went to, I think, Potlatch for a moment, but St. Mary's ties it up. So Lumberjacks with the offensive board. 3:13 to go in the first period, 5-2. They're going to get it into Mitchell. Mitchell spins, look for a shot, couldn't get it, gets it out to Jansen. Jansen's going to go ahead and trigger the 3. It's off the mark. McGrill with the rebound. Shot's going to fall in. Kind of an awkward 3-point shot put up by Jansen. But McGrill perfectly in the lane to get that rebound. 5-4. It's a 1-point lead for the Loggers. They have it here on the left side. Back up to the top of the key now. Now low post or short corner. Shot is up. It's no good. Rebound goes to Mitchell. Mitchell feeds it ahead to McGrill. McGrill ahead to Watkins, and her shot goes in. Lumberjacks have their first lead of the game. 6-5. Loggers with the ball up top, looking, trying to get somebody in the paint. They did have her for a moment. It was Baylin Anderson. It ended up almost wide open, but the pass goes through her hands out of bounds. It's a turnover on Potlatch. Again, getting that full court pressure. They've got a 3-1-1 press going on. Lumberjacks have been able to break it. Not easily, though. That pass is going to be into the middle, and that one's going to be turned over. They do get the steal. Potlatch finds the number 11 of McKinney inside, and she reclaims the lead for the Loggers. 7-6. They're going to find Watkins. Watkins, oh, I think that was the... No, I thought it was... Watkins should have taken that up and shot it. She was basically uncontested. Instead, she tries to feed it out to the right side over to McGrill coming down. I thought it was deflected at first, but I guess it wasn't. It was just a wild pass. McGrill couldn't get to it. 7-6, Potlatch with the lead, under 2 to go. Shot up and good. And again, that is McKinney getting that one to cash in from inside. 6-9 or 9-6. That matches the longest or the biggest lead for Potlatch. Again, that pressure from the Loggers. Jansen trapped on the sideline, and Jansen can't get it out. Turnover St. Mary's as the trap worked to perfection for Potlatch that time. So that's the one thing St. Mary's is they've done okay at breaking it, but they do struggle with sometimes with those presses like that, and it is definitely affecting them here a little bit. Doing pretty good, though. Loggers working around into the paint. Reynolds shot up and good. Nice shot by Reynolds, and that is her first bucket. And another assist. Biggest lead of the game for either team. It's 5 for the Loggers. Mitchell with the ball, right side. Cross court to Jansen. Jansen, nice shot up and good, just from inside the wing. Mitchell with the assist there. 11-8. Under a minute to go, first period. Potlatch working the ball inside, up and deflected by Mitchell. It's going to be a steal for Mitchell, and the ball gets tied up, jump ball, and I believe the possession goes back to the Loggers. So Mitchell got her arm up there, blocked that pass, got it knocked away. Sammy Sint ended up with it and had a couple of Loggers come in on her and tie the ball up with her. That won back the possession for the Loggers. They get a shot from underneath. It won't go. Mitchell with the rebound. They triple team her, and that's been leaving some openings. But a bad pass there on the breakaway is Watkins turns it over. Loggers get their own breakaway. They take it. They cash it in. The shot up and good by Jaylee Fry. That's 4 different Loggers so far scoring. Jansen gets caught and trapped on the sideline, and she turns it over. So Lumberjacks quickly have had about 3 or 4 turnovers and a foul there against St. Mary's. That'll send the 15 of Jaylee Fry to the free throw line. Now, in their last game, they did not shoot very well from the free throw line. That free throw is up and good, though. So currently a 6-point lead. Second free throw is no good. Mitchell with the rebound. And the first quarter will come to an end. So it's currently a 6-point lead for the Loggers. And we will go to the second quarter. We'll be back after this.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's. And we are back, and I think we've got one substitution for St. Mary's. It's Taylor Jansen going out. Checking in is the 5 of Kara Sexton. Sammy Sint to inbound, looking for an opening from the sideline. She's going to run out of time. They get it into Sexton. Sexton left side, back up to Sint. Sint over to McGrill. McGrill short corner. Or actually, it's Watkins short corner. Watkins puts it up and good. The assist from McGrill cuts the lead to 4. 14-10. Lumberjacks trail early second period. Lumberjacks and Loggers here in St. Mary's. They get the ball over to Fry. Fry left side, then to the corner to the 11 of McKinney. Back to Fry, still working on the left wing. She takes it to the top of the key. Back down to the corner. McKinney looks down to the low post, gets trapped, goes back to the top. Contested 3, partially blocked. In fact, I'm probably going to give it as a block. St. Mary's with the rebound. Sexton with the rebound. I think it was the block was by McGrill, and the other way we're going to get a tie-up, and I believe the ball goes to, because St. Mary's started this quarter with the ball, so the possession goes over to the Loggers. Bring it slowly down for Potlatch's McKinney. Swings over to Fry. Fry, right side, back to McKinney. McGrill tries to get the steal, can't quite complete it. Gets it to the wing to the number 3 of Winther. Now they're looking into the corner to the 11 of McKinney. McKinney can't handle the pass, and it's going to be a turnover on Potlatch. And again, Potlatch with a lot of backcourt pressure. Gets the ball out to somebody. They're trapped in the backcourt, and we're going to get a foul before the ball goes out of bounds on Potlatch. That will be Brooklyn Mitchell's first, third team foul. Danica Sloper's going to check in for the Lumberjacks. She'll come in for Tacey Watkins.
Danica, a sophomore. Another foul there, blocking foul against Jaylee Fry. That is her second foul. That is the team's fourth now. They play a very good press. I do have to give them that. They're going to get the ball to McGrill. McGrill up to Mitchell. Mitchell looks it to Sloper. Sloper tries to feed it underneath to Sammy Sint. The Loggers are going to deflect that out of bounds. Possession will stay with St. Mary's. Lumberjacks trail 14-10, 6.5 to go in the first half. Into Mitchell. Mitchell can't get the shot to fall. Rebound goes to the Loggers. They'll bring it down the floor. The Loggers are not a fast break team, really, it doesn't look like. They don't try to get the fast breaks. They get the rebound, they bring it on down. This time they tried to pass it to the corner to Reynolds, and Reynolds can't handle the pass, turns it over. It was not that hard of a pass, but it just went off her fingertips and out of bounds. Again, here's that press from the Loggers. St. Mary's breaks it easily this time, gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell almost loses the dribble. Just inside of three-point range, finds Sexton. Sexton reverses up to the top of the key, is zone defense from the Loggers. Over to Sammy Sint. Sint gets an open look at three on the way, no good. Rebound goes to McGrill. Lumberjacks reset the offense. Sexton up top, gets it over to Sammy Sint. Sint was looking at an open three, decides to try to feed it in. She passed it right to the defense. That was not really a steal, as it was just skip pass. She was looking for Mitchell in the post. Palatch working it around, looking down into the low post to Reynolds. Reynolds, double team. She spun the wrong way. Shot is up, no good. They do get the offensive board. Second shot was up and no good. Mitchell pulls down the rebound for the Lumberjacks. Up ahead to Sloper. Sloper tries for the shot, no good. She'll be fouled, head to the free throw line. I think that foul goes against Jordan Reynolds. That is her first, team's fifth. That'll send Sloper to the charity stripe. I have her as 100%. I don't know. I don't have how many she has shot on the season, but she is at 100% from the charity stripe. It's been 14-10 for a while here. Misses the first free throw. Checking in for the Loggers is Baylin Anderson. Coming out is Brianna Winther. So St. Mary's has been the only team to score here in the second period. That one doesn't even count if it would have went in or not because of a lane violation by St. Mary's. So the score remains 14-10, and we are 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Palatch has not scored here in the second. St. Mary's has. Palatch up to the top, now to the corner, left side. Lumberjack zone defense working good. Kind of a lazy pass. St. Mary's gets in there and get a steal for Berkeley McGrill, and now Sexton takes it down the left side. Sexton down to baseline, short corner, picks up the dribble, trying to keep possession. The Loggers do play a very tough defense. A steal for the Loggers as they force the bad pass. Three-point shot on the way. Oh, it's up and good. That was the number 15 of Jaylee Fry. 17. That's a 7-point lead, biggest lead for the Loggers, and Sexton's going to drive from the left side baseline. Shot is no good. She is fouled, though. Second foul on Baylin on Jordan Reynolds. Sends Sexton to the free throw line. I don't have anything for her as far as free throw shooting's concerned, so first time for her to the charity stripe, and I'm not sure that net moved, but I don't think it went in. I think she was short on that one. McGrill and Mitchell went out. Seeing who came in for St. Mary's. Watkins and Linnemeyer. Second free throw was no good. The Lumberjacks, the rebound goes to the Loggers. They get an open look, this time on ball movement to Reynolds. Her shot won't go. Going to give the rebound to Potlatch. A couple of more rebounds. Another rebound for them. And a foul underneath. Is it going to be a shooting foul? It does look like it. And that foul goes against Danica. No, it's not a shooting foul. Third team foul for the Lumberjacks. So they're keeping the foul numbers down here this evening. Trail by 7. Passed into the corner. Back to the blocks, up to the free throw line to Reynolds. Reynolds quickly guarded by Linnemeyer. Back to the top they go. Now around the horn again. Potlatch really slow and methodical with their offense. Going to get a three-point shot on the way. It is off the mark. Rebound to Linnemeyer. And that press again from Potlatch as after every rebound, they keep players in the backcourt to try to force a turnover. Lumberjacks able to get it across. Now to Sloper. Sloper shot's going to fall in. Gets the assist from Casey Watkins. 5-point lead for the Loggers. A timeout taken by the Loggers as coach is not quite happy right now. So we'll take that timeout as well. It is a full.
You have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
And we are back. 17-12. Potlatch Loggers lead the Lumberjacks here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Just a quick look here. The Loggers shooting 31% from the floor. The Lumberjacks 54% from the floor. St. Mary's out rebounding the Loggers currently 14-8. St. Mary's does have 11 turnovers though. Let's see here. We've got some changes here. Sammy Sint goes out. Mitchell checks in. I think that was the only sub. No, McGrill was back in. I think Sexton is out. So the Loggers bring the ball down, leading by 5. Midway through the second period. Down to the left corner, back to the top to Fry. Actually, she's on the left wing. Now to Reynolds. Reynolds is up top. Now back to the left wing. Looking to Reynolds inside. She goes down to the blocks. Coming in and stealing the ball away is going to be, that was Linnemeyer with the steal. And then St. Mary's turns it over. I didn't see who turned that one over. Steal by Potlatch right back the other way. Loggers feed it down inside. Count the bucket and the foul. I believe that foul is going to go against Watkins. Should be her first. And the free throw shooter is, the bucket was made by Tava McKinney, and she heads to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Gives the 7-point lead back to the Loggers. Free throw is no good by McKinney. Rebound goes to McGrill. Bad pass, though, there by McGrill. Loggers step in front of it, and they get a breakaway here. Laid up and good. That's the number 15 of Fry. Stretches that lead back out by 2 more. A 9-point lead now for the Loggers. Biggest lead of the game for either team. St. Mary's led short for a little bit early. Going to get a shot up by Linnemeyer. It won't fall in. Rebound. No, that was the wrong person. Linnemeyer had the miss. Rebound went to the Loggers. Loggers set up their offense. 2:12 to go in the half. 21-12. Potlatch on top. Working on the right side of the floor. Lumberjacks still working their zone. Driving to the free throw line. Now cuts through the defender. Shot is up. It won't fall in. Offensive rebound. And Potlatch resets their offense. Up to the top. McGrill is going to swing it in there to fight. McGrill tried to reach in there and get a steal. It didn't happen. They're going to get an offensive foul there. I think they said against number 10. That is her second. That's Brooklyn Mitchell. I didn't see what happened there, but it was away from the ball. So the Lumberjacks bring it down, trailing by 9. Bad pass trying to get to McGrill. I didn't realize she was still in there. I think Sexton is still on the floor. It was Sloper that was out. I think that's 13 turnovers now in the first half for the Lumberjacks. Loggers have, I think, 8 or so. Loggers on offense, working it around the top. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Balin Anderson with the ball, back to the top to Fry, swinging around to the right side to Reynolds. Reynolds back to Anderson. Now down to the corner. Into the free throw, into the paint. Shot is up by Reynolds. It's no good. Fighting for the rebound is Watkins, or is Mitchell. And they're going to say jump ball, and the possession will go to Potlatch. No, Potlatch. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought they had a tie-up earlier that went to Potlatch, and they hadn't had one since. So, yeah, possession arrow goes to the Lumberjacks. 1:08 to go, first half, and it's 21-12. So far, a better game than when they played them in Potlatch. Lumberjacks, though, having a little bit of theirs. Forced pass by Sexton, and then a steal by Linnemeyer, and then Linnemeyer turned it over. And then the other way, a steal by McGrill, and McGrill gets fouled, taking it the other way. So a bunch of turnovers between both teams there, leading to a foul by Potlatch. Or no, maybe it wasn't a foul on Potlatch. Maybe it was just out of bounds off of Potlatch. I thought it was a shooting foul, but it must have been blocked. They're going to get the pass up to McGrill up top, and McGrill buries the three. I didn't see who was the assist. I think it might have been Mitchell. Cuts the lead to 6, 21-15. Potlatch going to work a little bit faster here as they're going to try to get a shot up. They look to the short corner, low post. Number 21 of Anderson cashes that one in with an assist from Reynolds. 10 seconds. Lumberjacks almost lose the ball there. Watkins able to get it. Long two by McGrill. It won't fall. Watkins with the rebound. Putback won't go. And before another shot can go up, the quarter will come to an end, and it is halftime. 23-15, Lumberjacks trail to the Potlatch Loggers here at halftime. We'll take a break and come back with a look at the halftime statistics.
Stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete. The Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising effort and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjacks!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action? Heck, yes, that'd be awesome. Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Don Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Don Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com. And we are back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium in a pretty good game so far, honestly. 23-15, Lumberjacks trail by 8 to the Potlatch Loggers. The Loggers have led by as much as 9. We've had 2 lead changes and 1 tie. St. Mary's lead was only 1 point, and that was early on in the game. But it's been a pretty good game so far, honestly. St. Mary's Potlatch outscored the Lumberjacks 14-8 in the first quarter, and then the Loggers outscored St. Mary's 9-7 in the second quarter. But Lumberjacks made a nice little run in that second quarter to, like I said, take that lead for a moment and to keep it close. So it's been a fun ball game so far. The Loggers, they have shot just 37% from the floor. They've 2 for 4 from three-point range for 50%. And they're 33% from the charity stripe. St. Mary's has shot a very good 46% from the floor, 7 of 15. They are 1 of 4 from three-point range, though, for 25%, and 0 for 3 from the free throw line. St. Mary's has 16 rebounds to the Loggers' 10. St. Mary's has 5 offensive rebounds. The Loggers have 7. Assists, the Lumberjacks with 6, the Loggers with 8. Steals, 10 for Potlatch, 7 for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks have blocked 3 shots of the Loggers. I don't have any block shots for Potlatch on the board. 9 turnovers for Potlatch, 16 turnovers for the Lumberjacks. The Loggers had 6 fouls in the first half. St. Mary's with just 4. No bench points for Potlatch. St. Mary's with 2. Second chance points. Potlatch, like I said, 7 offensive rebounds, but they have no second chance points. The Lumberjacks do have 4 second chance points on 5 offensive rebounds. So they have successfully put in close to 50% of their putbacks. So not a bad number. But here's where the big difference is being made, and we've talked about it before. Points off turnovers, the Loggers have 17 points off of Lumberjack turnovers right now, and that is over half of the Loggers scoring. That's their scoring. They've got basically 1 point for each Lumberjack turnover. St. Mary's has just 5 points off of Potlatch turnovers. So again, turnovers, like I said before, St. Mary's has been the benefit of some teams not taking advantage of St. Mary's turnovers. Potlatch has been able to do so. Like I said, 17 points off turnovers for the Loggers. Taking a look at individual scoring, only 4 players scoring so far for Potlatch. Tava McKinney leads in scoring with 9 points. Jaylee Fry has 8. Baylin Anderson has 4, and Jordan Reynolds, she's been held to 2 points in the first half. For the Lumberjacks, 1, 2, 3, they have 4 players scoring as well. Berkeley McGrill has 5, Watkins has 4, Jansen has 4, and 2 for Sloper. Mitchell has been held scoreless in this game, which is a little surprising. She does have 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocked shots. And she does lead the team in rebounds on the evening. She is 0 for 1 on shots this evening. So I would hope to see St. Mary's maybe be able to get Stacy Mitchell a little bit more involved underneath in the second half. Even Tacey Watkins, she's got 4 points, but see her get a little bit more active underneath as well. But so far, not too bad. St. Mary's only trails by 8.
And it's a lot better game so far, I think, than what was down in Potlatch when they played there. St. Mary's within reach in this one, and it looks like a couple of balanced teams that are very evenly balanced, honestly, and closely matched so far. This game could still go either way. We'll see what adjustments St. Mary's makes. The zone defense has been working pretty good for the Lumberjacks. They've had a few slip-ups that have let somebody get underneath and get over there. So we'll see, like I said, what adjustments both teams makes here coming out in the second half. 2:25 until the start of the third. We'll take a break and come back with that second half.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings, but it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, if you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as we get set for the second half of action. And it looks like it is the same starting five for the Lumberjacks here to start the who do I have? It's not there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I am missing. There we go. The Loggers will start with the ball. They are now going left to right on your radio dial. Of course, if you're watching on NFHS Network, you already know which direction they're going. And they have the ball up top now. Again, that nice, slow, methodical offense that the Loggers like to run. Lumberjacks in a zone defense, and they're not coming out and putting a lot of pressure on. St. Mary's almost forces a turnover there. Loggers able to get it back, working on the right wing, or left wing. Down, trying to feed it inside to Fry, and a turnover on the Loggers. Coming away with it is Watkins. Then the ball gets tied up as Watkins couldn't quite gain control of it, and Lumberjacks will keep possession after the jump ball. Back up to Sint. Sint looking for an outlet. She can take her dribble. There she does. Now she picks it up. She's going to feed the ball over, tries to get it to McGrill, but it's going to be I'm not going to count that one because it was a turnover right back to St. Mary's after Lumberjacks turned it over. Inside to Watkins, almost a little bit hot. Watkins able to get that ball in and hold on to it. The shot up by Mitchell is no good. It was highly contested, and the rebound goes to the Loggers. I think there was a blocked shot in there by the Loggers, too, as Watkins tried to go up with the shot. I think it was actually an offensive rebound for Mitchell. So the Loggers have the ball. Working it down, trying to get it inside. Mitchell got a deflection there. St. Mary's still on defense, though. The Loggers keep possession again. Loggers don't force a lot. They're just kind of working their offense. 3-point shot on the way, no good. Offensive rebound. Another putback goes up and no good. Rebound this time went to Mitchell or Watkins, and the Lumberjacks will bring it the other way. Jansen has the ball, and a bad pass by Jansen is almost going to be picked up on a fast break opportunity by Tava McKinney, but she just gets a glance off of that ball and it goes out of bounds, last touched by her. So I'm not going to call a turnover either way on that one. St. Mary's still with possession. Over the top to Sammy Sint. Sint to Mitchell. Mitchell looking to Watkins. Watkins feeds it back out to Sint. Sint in the right corner. Picks up her dribble. Is going to feed it up high to Mitchell. Mitchell double team, has the ball knocked loose. And it's going to be a turnover, and I'm going to call it a steal. And then another jump ball call to St. Mary's does finally tie it up, but the possession will stay with Potlatch. Again, Lumberjacks playing a zone defense, and I think Potlatch is playing a zone defense as well, but they come out a little bit more, put a little bit more pressure on you. St. Mary's more or less staying inside the perimeter. Not really coming out far on the guys. They'll come out right about to the edge of the three-point line to give pressure there, but they don't go out any further than that. That one's going to be deflected out of bounds by Sammy Sint as they're working the ball on the left side of the floor. The ball will stay with Potlatch. And again, Potlatch slow and methodical on their offensive sets. They don't force much. They work the ball around quite a bit, especially when you're getting that much room to work. I mean, like I said, St. Mary's not putting a lot of pressure on them. Kind of an open look there almost for three-point, but they don't try it. Driving, shot up off the glass. It won't fall in. Ball is tipped around. Rebound stays with Potlatch. They had the putback. It wouldn't go. And it's going to come back to the Lumberjacks. It was last touched by Potlatch, and it goes out of bounds. Pressure from the Loggers again. St. Mary's gets it broken. They don't really have numbers. Jansen, that pass a little bit high. I almost would have liked to have seen Jansen take that shot instead. She tried to feed it down to Mitchell, and it was a little high and off the fingertips of Mitchell and out of bounds. Sexton goes in. I think it was Sammy Sint comes out. I think Jansen had a pretty good open shot just from about the elbow. Potlatch will go the other way up to the Lumberjack turnover. Looking down inside. Watkins tips that ball around. It's loose still, and the Loggers able to come up with it. Going to get it to the corner. 3-point shot on the way. Short. Offensive rebound. Put back is good by Balin Anderson. And a steal by the Loggers. Gets the ball back to them. 15-25. It's a 10-point lead now. Largest lead of the game. St. Mary's yet to score here in the second half. The Loggers have only scored 2 points, and we're halfway through it already. Like I said, very slow and methodical on working their offense. Shot on the way. That one's high arcing. It's no good. It's going to be saved back in, but saved to St. Mary's, to Mitchell. Then Mitchell's going to throw the ball away, trying to force it out. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. It's going to be a push, it looks like, by Sexton. First foul of the second half. So the Loggers get the ball inbound. Working on the right side. Anderson to Reynolds. Reynolds the right corner. Guarded by Sexton. Back around. They swing it to the left side. Fry. Now back up to the 11 of McKinney. Now back to Fry. Fry drives baseline. Blocking foul going to be called on Stacy Mitchell. Foul will be on the floor. Potlatch will inbound from underneath. It's the second foul here in the second half for St. Mary's. Potlatch stacks up on the right elbow, or left elbow. They break it, get the pass right down low, and Reynolds was right in between every two Lumberjack defenders, and she's cashes it up and good. Lumberjacks again turn the ball over, and Jaylee Fry puts it up and good. I didn't see who turned it over for St. Mary's, but the Lumberjacks now take a timeout as they have been outscored 6-0 here to start the third quarter. It's a full timeout. We'll be back.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we're back after the timeout. Lumberjacks have a couple of, I think they have a player substitution here. Let's see if I can see who it is. Tacey Watkins is out. I think Sammy Sint is back in. And I think that's the only substitution I see. And Lumberjacks bring it down. A little bit of a half-court pressure this time from Potlatch. St. Mary's breaks it, gets it to Jansen. Jansen will be fouled. That foul will be the third on Reynolds. Puts Jansen to the free throw line. Jansen 20% from the free throw line shooting. Lumberjacks yet to score here in the third, over halfway through it. Jansen's first free throw off the side of the iron. It is no good. $14-point lead for Potlatch, largest lead of the game. Second free throw is good. Lumberjacks' first bucket of the second half comes from Jansen at the charity stripe. 2:58 to go, third quarter. Potlatch with the ball, right wing. Down to the corner, back to the wing, round to the left side. Little jump shot just from inside the arc. Gets up and good by the 21 of Anderson. Balin Anderson with 4 points in the second half. 8 points total. 16-31, Lumberjacks trail. Looking over to McGrill. McGrill, cross court to Mitchell. Mitchell, she's going to pull up for the shot. Won't fall in. Rebound is knocked around. Finally pulled down by Potlatch. And then a turnover on Potlatch as they had a carry. So neither team really clean as far as turnovers are concerned. I think Potlatch has a few less than St. Mary's, obviously, at the moment. St. Mary's had 16 at the half. That's into McGrill. McGrill into the paint. That shot is blocked. Rebound went to Potlatch, and the foul on St. Mary's, and I think that we're calling that one on Mitchell, and that is her third. Third team foul for the Lumberjacks. Stormy Lockridge going to check in here in a moment. Possibly for Mitchell. Potlatch again, slow and methodical. Work the ball around the perimeter, look for that inside shot. Back around to the left side, looking down to the elbow. Give and go. Nice movement there that time. That was the first, layup I've seen made. I think that was Jaylee Fry with the bucket. The assist from Reynolds. From Reynolds. Lumberjacks turn the ball over. Steal by the Loggers, and Jaylee Fry lays it up and good. So far, it looks like Potlatch made the best adjustments in the second half. That ball's going to be deflected out of bounds by Potlatch. 1:33 to go. Mitchell's going to come out. Checking in is Lockridge. Inbound to Sexton and a foul against the Loggers. That'll go against 21, Balin Anderson. That'll be her first, team's second in the second half. St. Mary's will inbound. Up to a 19-point lead for Potlatch. 3-point shot on the way, off the glass, no good by Sammy Sint, and Sammy Sint going for the rebound. Is that foul going to be against the Loggers or against St. Mary's? It looks like that one is going to be against St. Mary's. I thought they came in and body checked Sammy as she was going for the rebound. They're going to call her for the foul. I think Coach Wickard thought the same thing. Like Sammy had the clean shot for the rebound and she got body checked, but the ref said otherwise, said that Sammy was the one with the foul. 35-16, Lumberjacks trail. Not been the third quarter they would hope for. 12-1 run for Potlatch. St. Mary's fouled back to the top. Back over to the wing, left side. Short corner. Into the number 3 of Winther. Back to the 15 of Fry. And we're going to get a deflection out of bounds by McGrill. Loggers will inbound. Back to the corner. Fry back up to the top now to McKinney. Fry with the 3. It is short. Rebound to Reynolds. Reynolds tried for the putback. It wouldn't go. Another putback missed. Another offensive rebound. Another shot on the way, probably from three-point range. It won't go. I think it's McGrill finally pulls down the rebound for the Lumberjacks. Sexton quickly down the floor. Stepping out in front of her and getting her 4th foul is going to be Jordan Reynolds. And that was just probably not a smart play by Reynolds, as she did just literally step into the front of and somewhat body check her out of bounds. Taylor Jansen comes out of the game. Checking in for the Lumberjacks for the first time is Michaela Spray. I think Reynolds went off the floor as well. Checking in for her is the 43 of Catherine Burnett. And I think that was a turnover on Sexton as she tried to drive the lane. Potlatch comes away with the ball. They have it on the right side. Cross court, short corner, shot on the way. That one is going to rattle home by the 21 of Baylin Anderson. Again, not the second half start the Lumberjacks wanted to have. Pass from Sexton out to Lockridge. Almost gets taken away, but Lockridge fights for it, gets it. Going to get a shot from McGrill as she drives onto the left side, puts the shot up. It's no good. The rebound went to Potlatch, and the third quarter comes to an end. So it's a 14-1 run in the third quarter for the Loggers. Over the Lumberjacks, they lead 37-16, and we'll be back.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture at St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and Lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawah, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
Lumberjacks will start the third quarter, or the fourth period, with the same 5 on the floor. St. Mary's had 7 more turnovers in that third quarter. The Loggers with only 2 more. Going to get it to... So it was a shot up by Spray. Her shot was no good. Lockridge got the rebound. Lockridge with the putback. It would not go. And then we get a rebound to the Loggers. I think a jump ball was called. Possession went to Potlatch. So the Loggers bring the ball across. They have it on the left side, now to the right side of the floor. Down to the corner. That is into the hands of Fry. Now cross court back to the left side to McKinney. Short, just inside three-point range. Going to get a short corner shot on the way. No good. Rebound. Couple of rebounds for the Loggers. And then I think it was a three-point shot made. It was. And that was, I think, 15. Lumberjacks are going to turn it over. Coming back the other way. Going to get a steal. Turnover on St. Mary's. Into the paint. Shot up. That one falls through. That was Catherine Burnett with her first bucket of the game. And a foul there is the 15 of Fry. Tried to come in and get that ball from McGrill, and it's going to be just a little bit too much body there. Checking in for the Loggers is Mitchell. St. Mary's with the ball over to McGrill. McGrill, left side, back up to Sexton. Sexton, back to McGrill. There's that defense. It's a zone defense. There's a shot up by Spray. It won't fall. Rebound goes to the Loggers. Good ball movement that time. Spray just couldn't get that one to fall through for her. Loggers again, slow down the offense. I can kind of see now why it looks like the Loggers don't score. You know, their average points per game is, I think, 38. And I see why now. There's a shot on the way. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch. It'll come back to the Lumberjacks. Last touch by the Loggers. The way that they play their slow, a pretty slow, methodical offense, it kind of contributes to a low scores. Lockridge comes out for the Lumberjacks. Casey Watkins back in. As right now they're at 41. So 41 to 16. Lumberjacks, they looked good for at least for sticking with it and hanging in there. Like bad third quarter really hurt the Lumberjacks. They're going to get a shot from McGrill. It is off back iron. No good. Tipped around. And finally the rebound pulled down by the Loggers. And they'll take it the other way. 5.5 to go. St. Mary's second half has just not gone very well for them as far as shooting. They didn't really have, 7 turnovers in the second half so far, but that's not really the worst part of it. Shot up, no good. Offensive rebound. And the putback is up and good. That was the number 10 of Brooklyn Mitchell. 7 points for the Loggers here in the fourth. St. Mary's has not been able to find the bottom of the bucket. 3-point shot on the way by Spray. It is left short. Going to get a rebound for Sexton. Bad pass by the Lumberjacks. I didn't see who that was that passed that. I'm not going to credit it to who I don't know it was. So it'll be a turnover on St. Mary's. Sammy Sint checks out for the Lumberjacks. Coming back in is Mitchell. Also coming out is Spray. Checking in for her is Jacqueline Linnemeyer. The Lumberjacks, I thought, were going to get over that 18 points they scored against, they were held to against Potlatch earlier. Right now, they're having a hard time getting to 18, and even Potlatch is close to 50. We're going to have almost the same results, but the early part of this game was pretty good. Like I said, St. Mary's not being able to keep things going here in the second half. That shot is up and good by Tava McKinney. She'll draw a foul as well. That'll be foul number 4 on Mitchell. And the biggest difference, I think, in this is I don't know why I've got free throw was missed. Rebound went to Sexton. The scoreboard shows 45. I show 46. There might have been a three-pointer that I gave that wasn't a three. And there's a bad pass by Sexton trying to feed it down inside, and I really don't think you should try to force that from that far out. Coming the other way, we're going to get a timeout taken by Potlatch. 30 seconds. We'll be back.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
And we are back after that timeout. 45-16, Lumberjacks trail. Almost trailing by 30 now. I think it's 29 is the deficit. Like I said, the second half is just not gone the Lumberjacks' way. We're going to get a steal by McGrill. McGrill can't finish the layup. Watkins gets the rebound. Ball is up. And St. Mary's is able to get it back after the Loggers had it for a moment. Loggers, I think, switched out. No, not really. They still got most of their girls. I thought they were taking that time out to switch out and put in some of their younger gals, but they still got most of their. I mean, they've only got 8 players, so they've only got a 3-man bench. We're going to get a ball turnover by Sexton. Taking it the other way is McKinney. McKinney gets the ball to Fry. Fry down into Reynolds. Reynolds backs the ball back out now to the corner. Reynolds is going to look for 3. That one won't fall in. McGrill with the rebound for St. Mary's. Sexton trying to drive to the sideline. She's going to get the ball taken away. Steal from the Loggers. Short on that 2-point shot by Potlatch. Ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the Loggers. Or last touched by the Lumberjacks. The Loggers keep possession. 8-0 run to start the fourth for Potlatch. And a 14-1 run in the third. Going to get a pass right to McGrill. She's going to steal that away and bring it down slowly. Going to get a nice little pass to Sexton. Sexton inside to Mitchell. Mitchell gets her shot blocked. And the Loggers go the other way. I wouldn't say it's a height advantage. I'd say what we've got going on, double dribble there by the Loggers. I'd say what we've got here for the most part is the Loggers play a really aggressive, good defense. And they do it cleanly. They don't get a lot of fouls called against them. Really, they had 6 in the first half, 4 in the second half. They put a lot of pressure on you. They force a lot of turnovers. St. Mary's already known for turnovers, so it doesn't help. We're going to get a nice pass there into Watkins, and Watkins able to put it up and get a good. Sexton with the assist. 45-18 Jacks trail. 2.5 to go. Working the ball around, down to the corner for the Loggers. Left side. Driving, kicking it back to the corner. Shot on the way. Not going to fall in. McGrill again pulls down the rebound. Lumberjacks will bring it across. See if they can't get past that 18-point barrier against the Loggers. McGrill from the elbow. It's up and good. Sexton with the assist. It's a 25-point lead for the Loggers. Again, very good contest in the first half. St. Mary's had some mistakes and turnovers in the second half. There's a turnover on Potlatch. Checking in for the Loggers, the number 3 of Winther and the number 43 of Burnett. Again, a little bit of backcourt pressure being put on. I mean, with this lead that they have, it's good to keep your practice your craft and keep it going, but at some point you do call off the the press. Going to get a 3-point shot up from the corner. It is short. Rebound to Watkins. Then again, if I remember right, Max Prep's rankings does reward you for blowout. So we'll see. So Lumberjacks going to make wholesale changes on their lineup. Clear the floor and put in who I've got here. So we've got Sammy Sint. We've got Elliott. We've got Sloper. We've got Jansen, and I believe it's Lockridge. Minute 19 to go in the contest. 45-20. Lumberjacks trail. Lumberjacks going to fall to 4-4 on the season. League game coming up on Friday. Going to get the short corner. Shot is up. It is good by Baylin Anderson. She's had a good second half, 8 points. Pass over to Elliott. Elliott to Lockridge. Lockridge, shot on the way, a little bit short, gets her own rebound. And then I think it was a steal by Potlatch. Going to get a 3-point shot up by Brenna Elliott from the right side. Counts the bucket. Nice shot by Elliott, contested and all. 47-23, 31 seconds on the clock. Looks like the Loggers just going to back out and let the clock run. St. Mary's going to put a little bit of pressure on them. They're working it inside. St. Mary's almost gets the steal. They're trying to get the trap down inside. Can't complete it. Shot on the way. 3-pointer. It's up and good by the number 21 of Baylin Anderson. 10 seconds on the clock. Again, press from Potlatch. Lockridge over to Sloper. Sloper from the elbow. Shot won't go. And that's how that's how the game will end, with Potlatch coming away 50-23 over the Lumberjacks. We'll take a break, come back and wrap this thing up, and get you guys back to our regular programming.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack!
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than in everyone's hardware and lumber store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturday. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
And we are back. Lumberjack girls fall to 4-4 on the season with a 47. Well, that's not correct there either. That was 50. It said 50. I think it hasn't totally updated yet on my stats program. So it was 50-23 in favor of Potlatch. Looking at the second half, St. Mary's just struggled to get anything going in the second half. It was a good game in the first half, close. St. Mary's outscored, though, 14-1 in the third, then 7-10 in the fourth, or 10-7 in the fourth, and that gets us that outcome. I believe it was 50-23. The Potlatch ended up shooting 38%. That's right around what they were in the beginning of the game. St. Mary's was 46% at halftime, but they finished at 30% shooting. 3-point shooting, both teams about the same. 25% for Potlatch, 28% for the Lumberjacks. Free throws, neither team really happy with that number either. 1 for 4 for Potlatch, 1 for 5 for the Lumberjacks. Rebounds, Potlatch got St. Mary's by 1, 31-30 in the rebound category. 17 offensive boards for Potlatch, 10 for the Lumberjacks. Assists, Potlatch ended up with 15, St. Mary's with 8. Potlatch had 19 steals, St. Mary's with 10. Both teams with 3 blocked shots. Potlatch only had 15 turnovers, St. Mary's with 29. 13 second-half turnovers for the Lumberjacks. Potlatch didn't quite get as many points off those turnovers, though. 10 fouls for Potlatch in the game, St. Mary's with 9. 5 bench points for the Lumberjacks, 2 points off the bench for the Loggers. Now, the Loggers had 10 second chance points. They had 0 in the first half, so that's where they made some more. They made a difference in their second half with that one. They only added 8 points off turnovers in the second half to finish up with 25 points off turnovers. St. Mary's had 7 second chance points and 7 points off turnovers. 3 players in double digits for Potlatch. The Lumberjacks held Jordan Reynolds to just 4 points, but Jaylee Fry had 17. Balin Anderson finished with 15. Tava McKinney finished with 11. 4 points for Reynolds, and 2 for Brooklyn Mitchell and 2 for Catherine Burnett. For the Lumberjacks, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lumberjacks scoring in the game. 7 points for McGrill. Watkins had 6. Jansen had 5. Elliott had 3, 2 for Sloper. Mitchell never could get going, sadly, underneath. She was a big part of the Lumberjack offense inside. They just couldn't get her going. She was 0 for 4 shooting. She did have 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocked shots. Other stats here, Berkeley McGrill had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals. Watkins had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal. And Jansen had 1 rebound, and that's about it there. Sexton had 3 rebounds and 2 assists, but 7 turnovers. Lockridge had 2 rebounds, 1 rebound for Linnemeyer. Sammy Sent had a steal, and Sammy didn't quite get going either. She's one that can get going, but she didn't get on the board either tonight. She has 0 for 2 shooting, or 0 for 4, 0 for 2 for 2 point. No, 0 for 2. She had 2 3-pointers in the game, and that was it for her. So didn't quite get things rolling on her side either. Biggest thing I seen in that game was a stiff, really tough defense by Potlatch. They come out and they contest you anywhere you are, even in their zone defense. And they ran a press basically all game long, and they got a lot of turnovers off of that. St. Mary's, like I said, they played well in the first half, kept it pretty close. They just couldn't get things going in the second half. Couldn't find any rhythm, really. And it really obviously hurt their game. But not overall horrible, but again, turnovers playing a big role in that. I mean, you get 25 points off turnovers. That's a huge number and a huge help for that other team. So that's where we're going to leave that. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and look at the upcoming schedule.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's. Winter is in full force, and Timber Country and the Country Fair invite you in out of the cold to check out their winter sale deals. Need some new winter boots or gloves? How does 20% off sound? Maybe a new jacket. 40 or 50% off sounds great. Those deals and more at Timber Country and Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. There's more than clothes as well. Sports apparel, hunting gear, toys, sleds, and more at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's. Stop by today.
And we are back as the Lumberjacks fall 50-23 to the Potlatch Loggers. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule. Lumberjack girls back in action on Friday. They'll be on the road at Orofino. JV and varsity, 5:30, 7 o'clock is the schedule. We're going to try to get our feed from KLER in Orofino for that game. Lumberjack boys be at Bonner's Ferry on Friday, JV and varsity. And again, 5:30 and 7 o'clock. We'll try to keep updates rolling on that game for everybody. Good luck to the cheerleading squad. They'll be at a Lewiston competition in Lewiston at 9 a.m. on the 7th. Also on the 7th, the JV and varsity girls will host Logos here in St. Mary's, 1 p.m. and 2:30. And do not forget about the Coach Teft benefit on Saturday, Spaghetti Feed and Auction, January the 7th at the Eagles Lodge. Dinner at 5 p.m., auction at 7 p.m. That's going to do it for us here from Lumberjack Gymnasium. Have a great evening. We'll see you back here next time. Jack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjack!